Welcome back. I found a neat way of getting all of your storage chests from one base to another automatically. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'll hop onto this pressure plate, and my carts with the storage chests in them will start going off, and they'll go off to my other base. Obviously, this section of track from one base to another isn't very long, but you can imagine it's it could be pretty long, and so you can go up and access all the stuff that's in your carts up here. And if the stack was taller, you could have more stairs, obviously, or a ladder or something. But it's pretty neat because if you're, I'm sure you've run into a situation before where you need a bunch of stuff from one base, but you need it at another base, and it's just annoying because you have to keep going back and forth to get all the stuff you want. Well, in this case, you can just bring all the stuff with you. If you have a large construction project or something, you need tons of different supplies. Pretty easy to just get all the stuff you need. Let me show you how it works. First of all, this relies on the door booster trick, originally created by Bleh on the Minecraft forums. Basically, the carts go up top, and they're sped up pretty to a pretty high speed, so that they'll hit these ladders. The ladders keep them from going far enough so that they'll still rest on the edge of the door, as you see over here with these guys. It's just barely on the door, so you can have a stack as tall as you want that rests on the door. When the door opens and closes really quickly, each minecart will fall just a little bit, and so in order to achieve the rapid opening and closing of the door, I have this 5 clock here. So this torch, this torch, this torch, this one, and this one are all part of a 5 clock. It's called a 5 clock because there's 5 torches, and they form a clock because they turn on and off. So as you see, when I step on this, it turns on the 5 clock. The 5 clock doesn't directly control the door. As you can see, this torch isn't actually part of the 5 clock. Instead, it's controlled by 2 of the torches in the 5 clock. This torch and then this torch with a repeater set to its 3rd setting, which causes this torch to turn on for the briefest amount possible, so that the door will open and close quickly. If the door opened and closed less quickly, it would allow more minecarts through, and they would kind of glitch each other because they'd be too close together, and you'd have problems. So, pretty neat system. There are definitely some ways it could be improved, so I just want to spend a little bit of time talking about those. You could imagine, for instance, well, let me first show you one cool thing about this. You can stand, if you stand here, it'll turn this torch off, which actually allows you to place a cart on the track. And you can get in the cart, and when you get in the cart, you'll no longer be sitting on the pressure plate, which will turn the booster track back on, which means you can actually use the same track for transportation as you used for storage, for the minecarts, storage minecarts. There's kind of a problem with this in that when you destroy this cart, you're going to fall pretty far and take some damage. Sometimes your cart will get stuck up there too. On the other hand, if you go on this track before the other minecarts, then you don't have the same problem because there won't be a stack there, so you'll just land straight on the door. So when you destroy this cart, you don't fall far enough to take damage. So one improvement to the system would possibly be to have another line of track right here, so that when you use it and you get boosted off to the other base, right after you get boosted off, pressure plate track on this sideline will turn on the 5 clock for a few seconds to get all the carts boosted off. So obviously you need some sort of mechanism to turn on this circuit for a few seconds. You don't want it to stay on forever because that'll cause problems when the cart come back to the station. So here's one sample mechanism I came up with to turn on the 5 o'clock for a few seconds. You see when I push this button, it turns on this latch here. It also triggers the dispenser, so a block floats on, and when it hits the pressure plate, this latch will be turned back off. So you can see it was about 12 seconds that the torch stayed on. So you could definitely use that to control the 5 o'clock. Be pretty good. You can easily have the stack be much taller. All you have to do is just make this ramp a lot taller, and you can actually have as many minecarts as you want there. I just have a few steps up here so that you can access the carts. You could also use a ladder, and then use shift to be able to stick wherever you want to access the cart. Yeah, definitely a lot of improvements that could be made to the system. I haven't tested what happens over really long distances, so it's possible if the carts go to unloaded chunks because they're too far away, they'll get stopped. I don't know, but definitely works for shorter distances. So if you have two bases that aren't too far away, it's definitely a great way to get all of your stuff from one base to another easily. So yep, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. There you go.